Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Boy District, episode 20. For once, I actually know what episode this is, because I decided to put just a small modicum of
Everybody,
effort.
welcome to Big Boy District episode 20. This is your boy, Dilby, coming at you live with a Brash Candy Coop.
Dilby, huh?
Or
You,
what were you saying there, Brash?
you really like that word, Dilby.
Yeah, that's my name.
I'm gonna start tallying every time you say Dilby, and then we're gonna
But
make a little drinking game out of it.
that's my name.
Alright, well, I'm gonna start things off with a question. This isn't like one of the meaty topics of the episode that I wanted to bring to the table, but it's just a topic that I just kind of randomly thought about one day, and it's something I think a lot of people think about. But do you, at any point in your life, want children?
Nope.
Me neither. And the reason is because what if you put all this effort into raising kids and you think that you do a pretty good job, but then they grow up to be these two criminals that were in the news for trying to rob a restaurant for free food, and the restaurant owner told them, okay, come back in an hour for the food, and then they leave, and then they actually came back in an hour, at which point the police were waiting to arrest them. I saw a picture of these two guys. I kind of want to pull it up, but I don't even know how to find the article because this was like from some Reddit post. But they looked just as stupid as they sound. Like they just had like stupid face, you know? Like you look at like some dudes and you're just like, yeah, there are not a whole lot of dogs barking up in that cabeza. I almost said caboose. Caboose from Red vs. Blue. Everybody's favorite character. Dude, isn't that show still on?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna look this up real quick. I swear to God, I think, like, I heard recently that Red vs. Blue is still on. Like, they're still making episodes, and that really tripped me out for some reason. Red vs. Blue.
I'm pretty sure they stopped making episodes because Rooster Teeth had like a million controversies, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we like to have a toxic work environment. We, like, call people gay slurs or whatever the fuck was going on with that.
Well, there was the Funhouse controversy, the Achievement Hunter controversy.
Yeah, Red vs. Blue is still on. That's so weird. That is really weird. I don't even know how I feel about that.
That
It's
is pretty
been,
great.
this show has been on since 2003. I just can't even believe that.
That is pretty crazy.
So, what's your take on this Chinese spy balloon that just was flying around over the United States all willy-nilly?
It's weird that they didn't shoot it down sooner.
You know
Very
what?
cringe.
I think we should retaliate with like I'm sorry, what's that? I think Discord just like completely
No,
wrecked our
yeah,
shit.
yeah, we had like 6 delays in a row right there. But yeah, it was really weird they didn't shoot it down. And yes, we should retaliate with 6 balloons.
I think we should retaliate with like a giant zeppelin with like just huge mounted speakers and like just a cartoonishly ginormous camera lens and just fly it all over China. Like I want to fly the Hindenburg into China, like blasting Lil Wayne on a huge subwoofer, and we just take like giant photographs of people in the streets. With like a giant flash and everything, like a giant camera flash. Just snapshot our way through China, blasting some fucking hard rap. With some bass, too. Rumble the fucking shit out of China. I feel like that's what Donald Trump would do. I don't think this...
Donald Trump would have fucked the balloon himself. He would have launched himself into the sky and taken it down with his bare hands.
Yeah, he would have gotten, like, the secret jetpack at Area 51 and been like, alright, fly me up into that shit. I'm going to wiggle my penis into that balloon so hard, it's gonna rain gold. I'm gonna safely land it on the top of Trump Tower, and I'm gonna have myself a nice, delicious Mexican taco bowl. I love Mexicans. The best taco bowls are made at Trump Tower. Remember that tweet? That was funny. When he was like, the
Yeah.
best Mexican taco bowls are made at Trump Tower. BTW, I love Mexicans. Hey,
When you have to advertise your business but also try to win the fucking Latino vote.
I love the Latino vote. There's one thing that Latinos do is they vote. I have no idea. Is that like a... do Latinos vote a lot? I don't know anything about like voter statistics.
Um, I don't know. I I don't think most of them would vote for Donald Trump though, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe your average Mexican really just loves Trump. That'd be a... I guess maybe I could see it. I don't know why, but maybe.
I have met at least 3 or 4 Mexicans who do really like Trump.
Your average white person loves Barack Obama. I don't even know if that's true.
I just think most people hate the current sitting politician, except for Trump. It was really weird. People really like Trump. Like Trump supporters never stopped being Trump supporters. Like usually presidents, they have supporters and they get in office and then eventually the supporters turn on them, like when they turn out to be a liar, like all politicians are. So like you saw like it happened with Biden, happened with Obama, happened with a lot of people. And Trump was a liar for sure, but for some reason his supporter base was just like, nah, this guy's awesome.
Joe Biden, what are you hiding? Mar-a-Lago was a scam. I just made that up. Did you like it? I'm just joking. I didn't make that up. I think I got it from the Eric Andre show. I made up the last part though. So,
Yeah, I know, because you mispronounced Mar-a-Lago.
well, no, I said Car-a-Lago because that's like
Oh my God.
the meme, I guess term. For anyone listening to this podcast, it should be made abundantly clear that I'm an expert, well-researched political aficionado.
And I'm gay.
It's the ultimate podcast.
Mm,
It's all about your political gay commentary.
yep. So we have to find something related to gay politics. Um, Kim Jong-un abruptly reappears after 36 days out of the spotlight and orders North Korea to prepare for war. Oh, damn, I was not expecting that.
Oh, who, who,
I was
who, who are they going to war with?
I clicked on the article and I was not expecting that end of the headline. Um,
The United States is just like, I'm just
what?
kidding. I'm so unafraid of North Korea. They're such clowns. They can't even get their missiles to, like, shoot up straight. They can't do a goddamn thing, and it's probably because they're just so communist that none of their engineers care to build working shit. Because if I lived in a communist country, I wouldn't want to build shit that works. I would do the bare ass minimum. I really would.
To be fair, I do that in a capitalist society, though.
Yeah, me
So
too.
basically, this says Kim Jong Un had not been seen for 36 days, fueling speculation about his health and imminent death. What a weird way to phrase that. Like everybody's death is. But North Korea's leader attended a small meeting with military officials on Monday, report said. He was discussing war strategies as tensions rise around the Korean peninsula. Oh, duh. He's talking about South Korea, the report said. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un abruptly reappeared after 30. It's just repeating the same. I hate articles that do that, dude.
What the fuck? Yeah. For a second, I thought you, like, broke. I was like, oh, God. I'm gonna have to, like, run over there and screw your head back on straight, son.
Yeah, apparently tensions are just rising around South and North Korea, and North Korea wants to get ahead of it.
Fuck North Korea. I feel so
Dude,
bad for the people who live there, though.
yeah.
I just feel
I
like a lot of people are like, "Oh, why don't they just rebel against their government?" And it's like it's just for them, I don't really think it's that simple at all. Like once you've been it like, baked into that regime for as long as they've been and their government just has all the power over them. It's I don't really think it's really possible for them to revolt. I don't.
Well, not only that, but like a revolution like the French Revolution or American Revolution kind of requires like a more primitive like time period. Like there's no chance that any like civilian armed militia could overthrow a seated government. You know what I mean? Just in like it very rarely happens in the modern day just because like most governments have like tanks at the very least and automatic weapons and all that shit.
Do you think that um the American Revolution would have been possible if King George had drone strikes at his disposal?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We would have been annihilated like instantaneously. If the British had fucking drone strikes and everything else was the same about the world at that time, but for some reason Britain just like hyper evolved in avian or aircraft technology, like then
Can
the
you
British would still like rule the world today.
can you imagine how like just historically goofy it would be if just like George Washington's crossing the Delaware and they just all get wiped out by a spontaneous drone strike? Like just imagine like the painting, like how majestic it is, and it's just like George Washington crossing the Delaware, moments before fatal drone strike at the hands of the English.
And it's just like a pigeon carrying a fucking explosive.
All their technology back then is super primitive. Like they still have muskets and like wooden fucking
Yeah,
ships, but they
yeah,
they just happen to have drones like that can like super technologically advanced unmanned drones that can bomb shit.
yeah. That's exactly what I was saying. Was like if everything else was the exact same, but for some reason Britain just had fucking drones and they just like leaped forward like 2 centuries, 3 centuries almost in aircraft technology, like they would still rule the world.
Oh man, that like leads to some funny hypotheticals. Like what if like all the technology was the same, but we had like atomic bombs. Like the English invented atomic bombs in like 1775 and they were like, "All right, you motherfuckers, you want to play?
Well,
How about
just
we
given
just what about we
how
just glass the new world? If we can't have it, no one can."
given how irresponsible European colonizers were at the time, like I bet you there just wouldn't be a world. Everybody would have nuked each other into oblivion by now over like
Probably.
India.
I really wish that nukes were just never invented.
I mean, they're kind of a good thing. I mean, mutually assured destruction is the reason that you and me never had to go to war.
True. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Without nukes, there probably would have definitely been a World War III by now. But
Oh, there would have been like 4 or 5 of them.
they're just always such a like looming threat. It's just like,
Yeah,
man.
mutually assured destruction.
Plus, the best part is like where we live in like the Midwestern United States, we're getting fucking targeted because this is where all of like the missile silos and the command centers are. So they would just be like, all right, we're targeting Wyoming, we're targeting Colorado, we're targeting Iowa.
Oh yeah,
That's where John Wayne lived. That's as American as apple pie. That place is going down.
there was this kid in fucking middle school that was like going on and on about that. He's like talking about how during a like a nuclear war, we'd be safe because we're quote out in the middle of nowhere. And I remember a teacher looking at him and being like, "You idiot! Denver is not the middle of nowhere. It's one of the larger cities in the country, and B, we have a lot of nukes here. And
Yep.
when countries The theory that's pretty much been proven is that when countries go to nuclear war, they're going to target each other's nukes.
So that's like really funny. To, like imagine like a teacher just being like, "You idiot! You don't know anything about nuclear winter. You dumb little middle schooler. I'm gonna lecture you about this. If you survive, the radiation particles are gonna eat your fucking balls. You're gonna
Dude,
go the rest of your life with funny balls because of radiation poisoning."
I just want to go and live in the vault.
Vault 101. Yeah,
Just
if you
whichever vault had the best experience.
Well, Vault 101 was actually kind of a shithole. I wouldn't want to live there. I mean, the whole premise of Fallout 3 is like, wow, this place sucks. Let's get the fuck out. Well, that's not the whole premise of the game, but that's definitely how the game starts. It's like, yeah, it's like it's all totalitarian and shit. There's like the overseer who's like, I'm the dictator, and I'm going to make you do all sorts of random little cleaning tasks for me. We don't really have much to do down here in this vault, so I'm just going to make you clean. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah,
Hmm.
Vault 101 sucked. And there was all of the vaults in the Fallout games had like different like shit going on because they were like social experiments or whatever. So yeah, they all kind of had their own little backstories. But Vault 101 was like a dictatorship. So,
Yeah, but that's kind of what it seems like most humans would do in like a situation like that is just revert back to our basal like ape behavior, and that's basically just okay, who here is the strongest? I submit to you.
yeah, pretty much. That's how the tribes got formed and shit.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So,
that's arguably why it's so difficult for us to break out of like cycles of authoritarianism now. Like we try to set up democracies and then they all just end up becoming fucking kings again in all but name, and that's like just human nature almost. It's sad.
it's like the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. I don't know why I said that like Nico. I can't stop doing that voice. It's just addicting. I can't stop doing this like sort of Russian weird voice, I guess. You know, I miss FPS Russia, that YouTuber who did all the cool gun stuff. I miss that guy.
Didn't that guy get in trouble with the law?
Yeah, for some pretty stupid shit. He got busted with there was like a there are a lot of parts to this story, but I'm the moral, I guess the gist of it basically is that he fucking like got caught with some weed and some dabs, and he texted his girlfriend like, "Hey, you want to come smoke some weed at my house?" So not only did they bust him for like having the weed and the dabs, but they busted him for like intent to distribute because he was hitting his girlfriend up to smoke. So he went to jail for that. And I guess there was a whole bunch of shit that went down where apparently he just wasn't on very good terms with the ATF for whatever reason. He wasn't doing anything illegal, but obviously he had access to like tanks and shit. So he was on their radar already, and they were just looking for something to bust him on. But before that, a guy who helped him get his hands on different guns and equipment, like his buddy, was found murdered in his own store. And I can't remember the whole story behind that, but they were trying to like incriminate him with the murder, but they couldn't because like they just couldn't find any evidence that linked him to it. And like he was pretty much vindicated on that. So he went to jail for marijuana, basically, and he lost his gun rights. Now he does like a podcast.
Yeah, that would suck to like lose your hobby because a government agency just decided to target you.
Seriously, yeah, the ATF. It's really really important to stay on like really really good terms with them if you're gonna do stuff like that. Like I'm definitely not like defending them. I think what happened with him fucking sucks. He should get his gun rights back, and he should be allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants because he didn't do anything. But I think it's like from what I've learned from other gun YouTubers, if you're gonna have like you can have just about any weapon you want as long as the ATF knows about it every step of the way. Like if you're going to transport it somewhere, they have to know where it is. They have to know where it is when it's in transit, where it's at specifically all the time. And it's a pain in the ass. Like it really does sound like a fucking pain to just have to be in constant contact with the ATF. Like, hey, yeah, so I'm getting this like old Civil War cannon, and I'm gonna set it up in my yard, and I'm currently moving it from here to my house, and it's gonna be right here at this point at this time. And if you fuck up any part of that communication process, you could get arrested and raided. I don't know, it sucks. It
Yeah,
really
that's
sucks.
weird. That
I
is
have
really weird.
I have a couple of guns, but it's nothing that the ATF would come raiding your house over. It's literally like a
Hmm.
shotgun and a handgun. It's nothing that the ATF would be like, whoa, 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 whoa. How did this guy get his hands on this Sherman tank?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I mean, on one hand, I could kind of see why they don't like that, but at the same time, it's America, bro.
yeah, and they can't just like, you know, I guess they didn't really make anything up, but they definitely were reaching pretty hard when they were charging him. Like, they clearly just wanted to get him on something. And the judge really just threw the book at him, apparently. Like, holy shit. Weed and guns? Oh, no!
Can you still hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, my fucking computer glitched out for a momento.
So, before I go into a topic that I have a lot to say about, this is a topic that I don't have much to say about. But I do want to bring it up. I don't even know if I brought this up already or not, but remember that game Callisto Protocol?
For the title, and that's literally it.
So it was like that Dead Space knockoff kind of game, and it didn't look that bad or anything, but when it came out, it had like all these issues and it ran like ass and it just was super buggy and it crashed a lot. And the reason that it did that was because of the built-in anti-cheat. It was like the de novo anti-cheat feature. And the anti-cheat, I think de novo specifically, is known for like breaking a lot of games for whatever fucking reason. Like the anti-cheat software just does not mesh well with the games. So my question is like, Callisto Protocol is a single player game. It is a strictly single player game. Why does it need fucking anti-cheat software? This
Wait,
shit
what?
this shit drives me crazy. Like why are developers like not all developers, but I guess some developers are putting anti-cheat software in their strictly single player games, and I don't understand that. I'm not saying like you should condone cheating in a single player game, but in a multiplayer game, I completely understand it. But in single player, why do you need anti-cheat software? Like, if somebody wants to cheat and ruin a fucking single player game for themselves, who cares?
Yeah, that's very I don't even know what the word for that is, like pretentious in a way.
Yeah, I agree. Like, remember when developers used to have built-in fucking cheat codes that you could enter in like debugging menus and stuff where you could just play around with the game?
Yeah.
Like, I remember back when you could like pause the game and go to like a certain screen and then you just mash a bunch of random buttons and it's like, boom, now you're invincible, or now you can spawn a fucking helicopter or some shit. Now they're
Well,
adding anti-cheat software that fucking breaks the video game and makes it unplayable.
well, a lot of fucking games used to put the cheats right in the manual and be like, "Yeah, here you go, have fun."
Seriously. Dude, even Grand Theft Auto 5, that's like a newer game and that game still has cheat codes. And the Grand Theft Auto games are already fun. Those are games where you can already do whatever you want, and yet there's cheat codes that are like, hey, you want to have even more fun? It's amazing. It's fucking crazy. And now games are like, yeah, you better not be fucking cheating, playing all by yourself.
You need to experience this game the way that these developers intended.
Anti-cheat software, like, it sucks even in multiplayer games because it causes issues, but with multiplayer games, it's kind of a necessary evil, even though the software doesn't really work the way it's supposed to a lot of the time. But like, it's sometimes it's a for multiplayer. I completely get it because cheaters ruin multiplayer games for other people, you know, not just for themselves, but for everyone. Like, you're fucking over actual real people and their fun that they're having with the game at that point. But if you're playing a single player game and you just, for whatever reason, you're just a fucking idiot and you want to cheat your way through it for because you're a loser, you should have the freedom to be a fucking loser, I guess. Like, why
Well,
not?
that's not even being a loser. Like, what's the point of like video games is to have fun. So like, why if somebody wants to have fun by fucking around with the playground you've provided, why not let them?
Oh
It's
yeah.
not it's not like it's
And
any skin off your ass, you know?
I think if you play through a game normally and you beat it and then you want to like go back through with like cheat codes and mods or like, you know, whatever shit you can come up with, I think that's great. That's fine. But like, yeah, I do think that if like even if you're cheating at a single player game, it's like, come on, what the fuck are you doing to yourself? But at the same time, you should be allowed to do it. Like, there shouldn't be a software built in that says fuck you, not to mention you paid $70 for this and it constantly crashes and freezes because the software sucks. That's the thing with anti-cheat software. Like, for whatever fucking reason, it just does not mesh well with the games ever. Like, even multiplayer games experience issues because of the anti-cheat. But like, putting it in a single player game, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's so like insulting to your customers. I just can't do that.
Yeah, it feels like most corporations nowadays are all about slapping us in the face and laughing about it.
For real. Remember when corporations used to just be like, hey, we're going to make a product and make money. And now it seems like they're all trying to like push some kind of like fucking agenda. And it's like, what is this? I don't like this new fucking society that's forming. I hate
Yeah.
it though. All right. Do you have a good topic?
My main topic was going to be the Chinese spy balloon as well, but we pretty much covered that with a few quick sentences. Um, my next topic is I'm thinking about taking a vacation soon. This is just like a quick thing. I'm thinking about taking a vacation soon, and I can't decide between just going to Florida for like the tropical experience or going all the way and going to like Brazil.
Oh, yeah, I guess it depends on like I was gonna say budget, but there's like so many different ways to budget vacations. It really just depends on like what you want to do and what you're willing to do. I don't mean prostitution. I like that did not that sounded like the implication, but that's not what I meant.
It's yeah, it sounded like
What
you were
you're willing to do.
it sounded like you were
Yeah.
telling me I was gonna have to suck your dick to go on vacation.
That's like that's like in Team America when he's just like, "All right, you're in. First, you have to suck my cock." And then he's like, "Wait, really?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just messing with you. Nah, I'm just messing with you. You gotta suck my cock."
And then the camera cuts. I fucking love that movie.
That
But
movie is
yeah,
so funny.
those are my main two topics. I was thinking probably Florida, just because it's cheaper, like you were saying. But like, I did want to go to Brazil because I do want to see the Amazon.
Yeah, Florida's got like Boca Raton and like crazy people. Who knows what you'll see in Florida?
Dude, Brazil has crazy people too.
Oh yeah, plus like they got some organized crime. That's probably pretty cool. I got to shoot some of those guys in Max Payne 3.
Dude, do they speak Braziliagese?
Yeah. Weird fun fact, I'm actually part Portuguese.
Yeah, I know. That's where your last name comes from.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's French, which I guess technically it kind of is.
Yeah, it's all Latin. It's all
So,
written in Latin.
funny enough, I've been thinking about like going on vacation too, but I really badly just want to go back to Deadwood. I don't know why. I just really want to go back to Deadwood. The place is just so fun, so cool. I don't even want to gamble. I mean, I'll gamble a little tiny bit just for the novelty. It's like, hey, we're in Deadwood. This is what you do. But yeah, I just kind of want to like drink and party up, be in like a cool town for a couple days, and then drive back. That's my plan. I don't know when this plan is gonna happen because I just
I'd
can't
be
like,
down to do that. That sounds fun, actually.
fuck yeah, Deadwood is just sick. What's the whole time we could talk like Al Swearingen? We'd be like, all right, you cocksuckers, I'm here for some fucking whiskey, and you're gonna fuck me in my fucking asshole. And then everyone's gonna be like, wait, what? Does this guy want to? This guy wants to go all the way with me.
Here's what we should do, all right? Here's our plan. We have to go to Deadwood like they did in the old times. So we got to get on a train. We got to get to Deadwood by train.
I thought you were gonna
Um,
say by horseback. I was like, all right, you can get some horses. Let's do it.
no, fuck that. We're gonna take a train.
If we can actually like find a train that goes that way, like that would actually be kind of sick.
I mean, it would probably be a couple trains, but it's definitely doable.
The last time I went on a train ride was one of the most miserable experiences of my life, but not because of the train. It was because I had to take such a fucking fat piss and there was no bathroom. And it was on like, have you ever been on that really slow train up to Pikes Peak?
Yep.
It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's super good. But my bladder was about to fucking explode because I drank like a gallon of water before getting on the train. And I was just sitting there for like literally like 2 hours of that train ride, just wanting to cry. And at one point, I'm not even afraid to admit this. At one point, I literally pissed my pants a little bit on purpose just to get a little bit of relief. I was like, yo, I gotta get some of this pee out, bruh. I gotta get some of it out. So I just kind of stood there and pissed in my pants a little bit. And I hope to God that like nobody could see it. And then
Yeah.
when we finally got there, I like ran under that like bridge thing because the line to the bathroom was full. I was like, God damn it, of course it is. So I ran under the like that pier and I just took a piss down there. And I was like, dude, if somebody finds me down here peeing, I don't even fucking care. I'll just be like, look, dude, I'm dying here.
Yeah, I've ridden that train up to Pikes Peak 3 separate times, and every single time I've had to race to the bathroom every time I get to the top.
I know, because they give you like a giant fucking jug of water, like right as you get on the train. And it's like, you assholes, there's no bathroom on this thing. What are you doing to
Yeah.
us? Dude, that train probably smelled like piss.
But yeah,
I'm,
we could definitely get an Amtrak to at least South Dakota. And an Amtrak is cool because basically it's like a plane, but it's a train. So you get like a little room, and then it's like a little hotel that moves and it has a big ass window, so we could just sit and smoke and watch the states pass, like watch Wyoming and South Dakota pass us by,
oh, fuck yeah.
and then get up to fucking Deadwood, drink and gamble for a while. Yeah, we should do that. That sounds fun.
Hell yeah. I wonder, like, they've probably got some dank ass whiskey in those bars. That's what Deadwood's known for. I'm just making shit up right now. I'm sure they've got good whiskey. I mean, why not? Yeah, Deadwood's sick. I think I've been there probably 4 times. I haven't been there recently. It's probably been like at least 8, 9 years, but I used to go there like every year with my grandparents and we would just kind of hang out. Like it's just a cool place to be. Like you don't even really have to do anything.
Yeah, like I said, we could make a week of it
Fuck yeah.
because I haven't been on vacation in a while.
Same. So, here's the topic. This is a good one. This one's going to take us all the way, baby. It's going to take us all the way. I don't know what I mean by that, but Hogwarts Legacy. Harry Potter, the J.K. Rowling video game experience. There's a lot. There's a lot. going on with this shit right now with this game, and this big debate on the internet about are you a piece of shit if you play this game? Basically, it's basically the whole thing of like, if you play Hogwarts Legacy, are you just a fucking jerk who supports transphobic, homophobic, anti-Semitic beliefs? And that's pretty much where we're at as a society. We're basically like, if you want to play a popular video game, you suck and you're a piece of shit and you're a turf. So what's your take on this Hogwarts Legacy drama?
Excited to play the game.
I don't know if I'm gonna play it because I don't have it in my heart to support these terrible, terrible beliefs that Harry Potter is shoving down our throat. Are you?
You. Fuck you!
So if you're excited to play this game, I think you're a turf. Would you like would you like to defend yourself?
Nope.
You have no defense for your transphobic, homophobic ideology?
Yep.
So what you're saying is you care more about a video game than a bunch of people that you've never met or don't know that are just a bunch of fucking crybabies, basically. All right. Well, I'm going to continue this debate. I don't care if it's one-sided or not. You're a turf.
You're a turf.
You're a smurf.
No, you're a
And I can't wait for the Twitch chat to cancel you when you start streaming this game.
Yeah, didn't they make somebody cry?
Yeah, I think multiple people have been like bullied into fucking crying on Twitch because of this shit, which is just like I don't I don't understand these people who think that they're going to get these sympathy points by crying on camera when clearly it's your fault for playing this game that's promoting these terrible beliefs. I mean, if you're crying, just imagine the people you're making cry by supporting these this J.K. Rowling shit, Every time you spend $70 on Hogwarts Legacy, a trans person cries.
I mean,
Maybe not even necessarily a trans person. I think this is more of just a trans activist. Because on Twitter, I've been seeing a lot of like actual trans people who are like, yeah, whatever, just play the game. I don't think you should let J.K. Rowling ruin it. But at the same time,
swear
you
to
know?
God, Coach. I swear to God, I'll kill you. I swear to God, I'll end you right now. I am very excited to play the game.
So I've heard that the game is actually really good. All
Yeah,
bits aside.
I've always wanted a Harry Potter game like that because I've been a Harry Potter fan since I was a little kid.
I like, as an adult, I can't say that I don't still like Harry Potter. Like, I don't
Oh yeah,
really.
I'm not a fanatic or anything like I used to be, but I'll casually watch it sometimes.
Yeah, see, when I like something as a kid, I don't really grow up and like, oh, I don't like that anymore, unless it's something stupid like, the Wiggles or like
Mhm.
Barney the dinosaur. But like, when it comes to stuff like that, like Harry Potter, I'll always be a fan of it, even if I'm not like an active fan anymore, if that makes sense. So, like, I think it's pretty fucking sick that an actual like good Harry Potter game of this caliber has finally come out because like people have been waiting for like a full-blown Harry Potter RPG with all of these fucking bells and whistles forever. Like all the Harry Potter fans have had up to this point for games are the movie games. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the movie games are okay. Like, they kind of vary in quality here and there, but I don't know, the movie games I think are also more for kids. But now that there's like an actual like, fleshed out Harry Potter game that's not just like an adaptation of the movies. And it's good, and I just think it's funny that now that it's out and it's actually like pretty good, people are having a hard time like shitting on it. You know, like people were really hoping that this game would suck so that they could be like, see. But now that the game is out and that it's actually pretty good, you're seeing reviews that are like I saw one review on Twitter that said Hogwarts Legacy does not deserve to be reviewed on its merits. D- that is the worst sentence I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Does it deserve to be reviewed based on its quality?
Yeah, and back to your point, like how Harry Potter fans have been waiting for a game like that forever. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Is I've literally always wanted a game like that. I might be getting a PS5 just to play that and Ragnarok, because I do want to play Ragnarok, but not on a PS4.
I played it on a PS4 and it was fine. I'd recommend it. Like if you really like if you can get it on a PS5, do it because it's going to be amazing on a PS5. But I played it on my base PS4 and I had zero problems with it. It still looked gorgeous, stunning graphics. The frame rate, I didn't have any frame rate problems. I didn't have any fan problems either. Like the PS4 was surprisingly quiet when it ran the game. Yeah, if you do want to wait and get it on PS5, like yeah, no shame with that because I'm I'm thinking of getting a PS5 soon, and I'm probably gonna get
Because
Ragnarok for it.
Amazon has them available for next week.
Fuck yeah. Plus, I don't even remember what I was gonna add on to that, but yeah, once I get a PS5, I'm probably gonna replay Elden Ring because I got the fucking cross-gen bundle, and that was before games were $70. I think I got the cross-gen on Elden Ring for like just 60. I just dropped my phone too. God fucking darn it. Yeah.
God fucking darn it.
But yeah, I would highly recommend Ragnarok. That game is a masterpiece. Masterpiece. It was such a good game. God, the story was so good. So fucking good. I don't think a game has ever, like, made me cry low key in the first 5 minutes. I'm not going to spoil anything, but my God. Such a fucking good game.
Does look pretty good. I also want to play Horizon Forbidden West on a PS5.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous looking game, too. That poor game got fucked over because it released right next to Elden Ring.
Yeah, Horizon the first one got kind of dicked on too. I don't remember what game it released.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I was thinking about that earlier. I want to say Metal Gear Solid 5, but I feel like I'm wrong on that. Breath of the Wild, maybe? God, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was Breath of the Wild.
But I remember that like that really cool Mad Max game came out and nobody fucking played it or gave a shit because it came out on the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5. So, yeah, that's what everyone was playing. Myself included. Metal Gear Solid 5 is that is one of the most lit games. Jesus, it's fun. I recommend that too. That game is just so fun. It's so fun. Like the things that you can do in that game are just like endless. That game has such a great sandbox that's just so eager to let you play around with it and find out all these neat little things. I love that game. I need to pick my phone up off the floor.
Too bad Hideo Kojima win all Monster Energy on us.
Yeah, I think they didn't they get rid of that in the PC version or something and they like changed the Monster Energy to like an in-universe drink.
It doesn't matter. It was still stupid.
That was really stupid. A lot of people thought that it was cool, and I was like, this is kind of like cringy. And they were like, no, it's immersive. It makes it feel more realistic. And I was like, there are two types of product placement. There's the product placement that works, and it adds and does make it feel immersive. Like an example of this is say you're watching like The Sopranos and like you see Tony Soprano drinking a can of Coca-Cola. See, that's product placement that's fine. It's just it's immersive and it's a win-win because, you know, they're making money off of it too cuz it's like a sponsor. But like when they're in your face with this shit, like in Iron Man with that Audi R8, and they're clearly just trying to like sell you something the whole time, it's like, yeah, all right. This is kind of egregious. It's kind of on the nose.
Or bro, do you remember that one scene from that like third or fourth Transformers movie where they hit a Budweiser truck and then they took like
Yeah.
5 minutes to talk about the Budweiser
Mark
and crack
Wahlberg grabs one.
it's like, oh yeah, well watch this. Cracks open, takes drink, good. And then moves on with movie. It's
Dude,
like Michael Bay doesn't give a fuck.
I hate Budweiser. Budweiser is like the worst beer. I just like can't. That shit tastes like carbonated piss.
Dude, aren't you proud to be from Colorado? What the fuck?
I don't like Budweiser. I do like the Budweiser factory though. The plant looks really cool. Dude, it's like the most picture perfect factory. It's just like sitting in this pretty little valley in the mountains. It's like if Middle Earth had a random brewery just like sitting somewhere. The factory is beautiful. I have a story about this one time. Like me and my dad were driving up somewhere. I can't remember where we were going, but we were going by the Budweiser plant, and then like I had to stop to take a piss, and I just took the most tranquil, peaceful piss of my life, staring at the Budweiser plant just in front of the mountains. It's just a nice view. It really is. It was the best piss I've ever taken. Now, I could tell you about the best shit I've ever taken.
What's that?
It actually wasn't the best shit. At the time it was horrible, but it was cool from a tactical standpoint. One time I was up at the cabin and like we had just got there and I think we were the first people to go there all year, so the plumbing wasn't turned on yet. So we had to get all the water going and like I had to take a shit, but there was no toilet to shit in. So I went like running into the woods and I went over to the river and I was like, I bet I could just take a shit in this river. And it would take my turd downstream where I don't have to think about it anymore. I don't have to bury it or dig a hole or whatever. So I'm trying to like stand up on this rock and angle myself in such a way to where I can like drop like a Vietnamese style shit like in a squatting position into the river. And I'm like almost there, and I'm sort of like leaning back, and I could start to feel the gears turning in my stomach, and I'm like, all right, here it goes. I'm about to shit in this river, and it felt so awkward, and I like tried to grab onto this tree because I like needed some leverage, and I leaned back a little bit, and the branch that I was holding onto snapped. So like mid shit, I like fell backwards into this stream.
The poop out of your asshole yet?
I think it kind of like shot out like a scared mouse when I fell. Because it was like unaccounted for. Like I don't even know what happened with it. It was like gone. It was like gone. And then I didn't have to shit anymore. And I got up and I felt like that dude in Robin Hood Men in Tights when he like falls into like 2 centimeters of water and he's like, help! Help! I'm drowning! I'm drowning! Yeah. That's the
We
last
should
time I tried to shit in a river.
we should bring camping gear to Deadwood, and instead of getting a hotel, we should camp.
Yeah, we could. Or we could stay in the Bullock Hotel. The Bullock Hotel is still up.
I mean, if we stay there for a whole week, we could do both. We could like
Oh
stay in a
yeah.
hotel to start with, and then camp the last few nights. You know.
I want to find Seth Bullock's ghost, and I want to taunt him. I want to pretend to be Al and be like, "Come on out, Bullock, you cocksucking cunt."
South Dakota would be a good place to do our ghost hunt.
It would actually, yeah. That's why
We
they
could
call it the Black Hills. Nah, they call it the Black Hills because it's the only place in South Dakota where black people are allowed to live. They're a fucked up segregatory state. They still refer to black people as people of darkness. That
Jesus
is
Christ.
that badass or what? I want to be a
I'm getting
person of
off.
darkness.
I'm getting off the call. I can't hear a
Pe-
word he's saying.
People of darkness. That does sound like a fucking like shadow cult. How do I
Yeah,
join?
that sounds like something out of Skyrim.
I want to be a person of darkness. Like that just sounds kind of cool. But yeah, I guess back to my argument is if you are playing Hogwarts Legacy, shame on you, shame on you. You need to look deep inside yourself and say, do I really want to be giving my pockets to J.R.R. fucking Rowling, J.K. Tolkien, giving this bitch all your money because she hates trans people and gay people and Jewish people and black people.
Kind of topic, but why do authors do that thing where they abbreviate their name like that?
I don't really know, but I have a feeling that J.K. Rowling has this idea, and this is not me doing a bit. Like this is I actually believe this. I think J.K. Rowling kind of has it in her head. Maybe this is true, maybe it's not, but I think that she feels like woman authors aren't as appreciated as male authors because because when you shorten her name to J.K. Rowling, that kind of sounds like, kind of androgynous, like it could be like a dude or a chick. But she also writes a lot of books under a pen name called Robert Galbraith. So she writes a lot of books as a dude, like in a pen name. So I feel like she has this thing where maybe she thinks that woman authors don't get as much recognition because I feel like she tries to like sort of write as a dude sometimes, like at least in pen name.
I mean, she does write as Robert, that dude, sometime. Like, you're pretty much on the money. That's the reason she got that pen name, was to do that.
Wait, really? Did she say that?
Well, it was more to be like in disguise, not as J.K. Rowling, but also like male authors don't know how easy they have it and shit like that.
Yeah, plus Stephen King, I don't know if he still does this, but he used to have a pen name called like Richard Bachman. And the reason he came up with that pen name instead of just writing all his books as Stephen King was because he was just starting to get popular and he was writing a ton of books at the time. And he didn't want people to see like a billion Stephen King books on the shelf and assume that he had like a shit quality because of all of his quantity. They didn't want him to think like, wow, this guy just writes books nonstop. I bet they suck because he just writes and writes and writes. I was like, oh, that's kind of a neat little fact, I guess.
I mean, Stephen King is a pretty bland writer, I won't lie, but
Yeah, there's like some aspects of writing that he's really, really good at. Like dialogue, he's good at dialogue, but his overall just kind of like uh prose, I guess, is a little bit not necessarily weak, but like it's kind of simplistic, like digestible, I guess would be a good word.
yeah, it's the same way with J.K. Rowling, though.
Yeah.
J. Whatever their name is.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling, you deserve no money, J.K. Rowling, for your transphobic beliefs. Nobody deserves any money for having beliefs.
I mean, I'm pretty sure her name is Rowling, but I've always said Rowling.
Me too. Just keep rowling, 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 rowling. Just keep rowling, 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 rowling. But yeah, what a what a harlot, dude. I can't wait for her to get like double, triple canceled.
Yeah, people are pretty hateful.
Oh, really? Are they the hateful ones? Or is it J.K. Rowling and her hate for common human decency and transgender rights. Boom, gotcha. Boom, shakalaka. Av- Abracadabra, freak.
You Avada Kedavra.
Did I just say abracadabra?
Yeah, you did.
I really, man, that's. I'm trying to think of like the spells in Harry Potter. Remember the spells in the video games? Like there was always like flipendo, and that was never once in the fucking movies.
It wasn't even really in the books either.
Flipendo. All it did was like, all it was good for was like shooting a big blue ball at Ron and fucking him up. That's what I did with it. Fuck you, Ron. Ron was just not a very likable character. Like they could have done more with Ron.
He was a lot better in the books, but the directors of the movies gave all his good lines to Hermione.
I feel like the director of the movies was like, I just don't like gingers. People with
No,
red hair can fuck off. I hate this guy. I'm gonna make him look weak. Make him look like the soy boy I know he is.
well, so the writer of most of the movies is on record as saying he hates Ron and loves Hermione. Imagine getting cast as Ron and then finding out about that.
Dude, for real, that would suck. You find out that you're like the director's least favorite character. Like, god damn. It's like, I hated your character so much, I almost felt like omitting you, but yeah, I heard that you did good at your audition, so I guess we're keeping you. Great. The director the whole time is just a fucking dick to you.
They were like,
His hatred of the character turns into a genuine hatred for you personally. It's just like,
sometimes,
oh, okay.
sometimes he calls you Ron, even when the cameras aren't rolling. Even when the cameras aren't rolling.
The abuse never stops when you're a ginger.
The abuse never stops when you're a ginger.
I remember talking about this on the podcast in one of the first episodes. But remember when Ed Sheeran got all up in arms when South Park was like, South Park made fun of gingers with the like kick a ginger day or whatever, and Ed Sheeran was like, "Oh, it ruined my life. It ruined my whole life." He was like, "I came to America and people thought my red hair was cool, and then South Park ruined it, and now I have to go into fucking witness protection." Like, dude, you're Ed Sheeran. No one's gonna fucking fuck with you over your red hair.
What even who you are?
I guess maybe that's not true. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. But
Yeah, what I said isn't true either. A lot of people know who he is.
all right. Well, I'm not doing a bit anymore. But as I jump into it, before it was probably obvious with Hogwarts Legacy. I was doing a bit. I was just trying to be funny. But obviously, if you are playing Hogwarts Legacy and you're fucking sick of all these people that are demonizing you for just trying to have fun with a video game. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it's kind of fucking bullshit, and it's making me angry whenever I go on Twitter and there's just all these people bitching and just demonizing people for playing this game. And it's just like, dude, it's a fucking Harry Potter game. Stop being such a fucking victim. Stop being offended by everything. For the love of God, please stop being offended. It's getting to the point where people being offended is making me offended, god damn it. And now what? Now we've got a big fucking conundrum. We're all offended now. What happens when we all get offended?
Well, your offense doesn't matter because you're a straight white male.
But yeah, best advice I guess I can give on the situation is if you're excited for this game and if you want to play this game, fucking do it. Don't listen to these fucking people. Don't let them ruin this shit. Don't let them ruin stuff for you. Don't let them do it. It's just reaching that point where you just gotta know what your own beliefs are, and whatever other people tell you, they don't know what your beliefs are. You know, I'm just so sick of this no nuance, no room for critical thinking bullshit. I'm just so tired of it. So fucking tired of it. It's got, dude, like people, like content creators that I genuinely, respected were on Twitter like, if you play Hogwarts Legacy, you're a turf. And it's just like, you're a fucking loser. I'm just tired of it. I'm so fucking sick of it. Just play the video game, have fun with it. Don't let politics come into this. That's it. That's the rant. I feel a little bit better now.
It's good that you feel better, Cody, because you're a turf now and you're going to jail.
God damn it, I am a turf. Fuck. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I lied. That was all a bit. That was all a bit. I was just being funny. J.K. Rowling is evil and she's she's a trans fuck. That's what we're gonna call turfs from now on. We're gonna call them trans fucks because they don't give a fuck about the lives of trans. They'd rather play a stupid video game. They'd rather spend money on hobbies that they like than deal with the hurt feelings of people they don't know. That's fucked up. Fucked up.
Yeah, everybody's just guilt tripping. Like that's all it is now.
If
Everybody's
JK
just
if JK
guilt.
Rowling doesn't give me all her money, I'm fucking done. Yeah. You deserve to be guilt tripped if you're playing this game. It's a horrible game. Also, this game's about slavery. I just randomly saw a tweet somewhere that said that this game is pro-slavery. So if you're playing this game, Jesus Christ, man, welcome back to the 1700s on the fucking cotton farm, you cocksucker. This game is pro-slavery. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it, dude. It's all downhill from here. First, people play a Harry Potter game, and then slavery comes back. That's what's really going to happen.
You know what they say? One second you're playing Harry Potter, the next second you're knocking on your black neighbor's door with a belt as your whip. That's the way society works.
I think we can upload this if you're gonna say things like that, Cody. I think you're gonna have to calm down, bud.
That's how it works.
I
There's been
just
a
spent exactly $1,000 on a PS5, and I got scammed. It's a Chinese knockoff. Nice. No, I'm just kidding.
Is it the GS5?
Yep, it's the LS5.
Hell
Way
yeah.
better than PS5, bro. It's the PlayStation.
I'm gonna get me a Game Station 5 or maybe an X Bizzle 560.
X Basel.
What's your favorite fake console? Remember back in the day when like all those like fake videos were being made of like, oh, are you ready for the Xbox 720? I like the Xbox 720. I'm gonna look at a picture of it. I'm still waiting for this bad boy. Pre-ordered this from some like sketchy Arabic website.
I don't remember. I probably would have said the Xbox 722 just because that's the one I like. I was so sure it was going to be a thing. The
Same.
other,
It was such a natural step from the 360, and then they were like, "Oh no, it's the Xbox One," and it's like, "Ah, oh, fuck you."
the one that I remember the most though is the one that was like the clear iPhone.
Do you remember that one that looked like a helmet, and it had like the disc tray that went into the visor part? I'm gonna try to look it up. Xbox. I'm just gonna look up Xbox helmet and see if it's a thing. No, not the Master Chief helmet. Bitch. Everybody already has a Master Chief helmet. I'm talking about the Xbox helmet console. Alright, I'm gonna look up Xbox fake consoles and just
Look
see
up
if...
add the word concept in there.
Xbox... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yes, this fucking weird looking thing. It looks like it's... Yeah. If you look up Xbox fake consoles on Google Images, the weird, like, portal robot helmet looking thing pops up. And then the disc goes into the front. I don't know if it's supposed to even be a helmet. I think it's supposed to be like a game sphere.
So ready to go to the park. You said you were gonna take us to the park, Cody.
I just found one called the Xbox 2, and it is the stupidest looking thing I've ever fucking seen.
The Xbox
I
2.
don't even know what this thing's supposed to be. It's like a... What were they going for with this concept? I mean, obviously it's a completely fake concept made by some unaffiliated guy, but what the fuck? That's just so stupid.
You remember the concept for the PS like 4 or whatever? That was like a huge silver controller that looked like a boomerang.
Oh yeah, that like weirdly sexual looking controller.
Yep.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna try to find it. Eh, eh. If my mouse will work with me here. There we go. PS5. Oh
Yeah.
wait. Fake PlayStation concepts. What do we got here? What the hell? It looks like two PS4s eating a sandwich on top of each other. That's a weird looking system right there. I'd buy it. Alright, where's the... What the hell even is that? This is supposed to be futuristic? Real fake PlayStation product. Like, dude, this looks like a fucking McDonald's Happy Meal prize. That looks like complete shit. I would never buy that. Yeah, for our audio only listeners right now,
Love you
I
to
hope
death.
I'm I hope I'm doing a good enough job describing these pictures.
Oh, wow.
All right, I'll go and what's your opinion on this on Netflix cracking down on password sharing and then immediately going back on it?
I thought it was a pretty. I thought that the attempt to save face was pretty cringy, but
Same.
it was pretty funny overall. Because I haven't been to subscribe to Netflix in like 6 months.
I same actually. Yeah, I don't watch anything on Netflix.
Oh, all of their originals suck, and all of the third-party content that they had that I was subscribed for now is on other streaming services. So what's even the point?
Seriously. So,
We're right back to cable, bro. It's just a whole bunch of streaming services, and you can buy a streaming service package.
I don't like it when people say that crust is the best part on a pizza. I like the crust too. But I just don't see that argument. How is the crust better than the part of the pizza with the meat and the cheese and the sauce?
I mean, the crust is unequivocally the best part of the pizza, though.
No, it's not.
No, it is, like, for sure.
No, it isn't.
No, like,
No.
there's not even an argument, bro. It's the best part.
But how are you gonna say the best part of the pizza is the part of the pizza that ain't got shit on it? The
That's the
rest,
fun part, is you can put your own shit on it, like ranch and honey mustard and spit.
yeah, but you could put whatever you want on the rest of the pizza too.
No, you can't. There's already cheese and pepperoni and stuff on there. Why would you add more to that?
You
The
don't have
chef
to put cheese and
took everything.
pepperoni. You can put like you can make a pizza with like cheddar cheese and cream cheese
Well,
and
especially when you
Swiss
get stuffed
cheese.
pizza, when you get stuffed crust pizza with like cheese, it's way better than the pizza part.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, stuffed crust is good. I can't believe that our former like boss invented stuffed crust pizza according to himself.
I mean, he did, bro. Like, he went to Pizza Hut and he made it. It's like, whoa! Oh, remember that weird ass training video that random Asian lady that came in sometimes made us watch?
uh was the one with the guy with the shotgun that like kills the guy on the bench next to him.
Yeah. What?
And then the message of the video is like Yo, watch out for like shotgun wielding psychopaths near you.
Yes, that was the video. Do you remember that time I called our manager a bitch and like she fucking quit?
Yeah, then her like 90-year-old like husband was like, "Yo, what the fuck? You two damn kids, you gotta fart your brain the size of New Mexico."
Yeah, he got out of his car and looked at us, and I was like, "Fuck you."
That guy was old.
Yeah, he was like, he's definitely dead now. That's not funny. But like, there's 0% chance he's still alive. I feel like it's been like, what, 7 going on 8 years or whatever.
Who knows? Maybe he was just a really rough looking 60.
I know his wife did suck though. She made us stay like 3 hours past our time because the floor, quote unquote, wasn't clean enough. But it's like there's only so many times I can clean it, and she wouldn't tell us specifically what was wrong. It's like it still looks wet. Well, that's because we
Wait,
poured water on it.
didn't she send you like dumpster diving that one night too?
Yeah, that was the same night.
She was like, "Oh no, oh, you're supposed to go. Oh no, you have to go take it out the trash. And oh no, lemon pledge."
Yeah, that was when I almost lost it on her. Like I didn't. I was so mad. I was like, bro, fuck this bitch. And then Corey the next day was like, well, she quit. What did you say to her? And I was like, I don't know.
She actually racially discriminated me one time. I
Oh
don't even know
yeah?
if I told anyone about this, but yeah, I was like leaving one night after her close, and I was just like, "Have a good night," and then she was like, "You too." I'm not
Hmm,
Jewish.
that's fucked up.
I agree. Why did she
That's
say that?
fucked up. Why did she say that? I'm gonna
I
get
thought
some
about
water.
settling a lawsuit because I have a big nose, and frankly, it hurt my feelings when she said that.
Hey, I'm gonna get some water. I need you to riff for 30 seconds.
All right, boom, boom, big boy district is where it's at. Cody and Chase are kind of fat. Sometimes Cody wears a hat because the big boy district is where it's at. Movies, news, reviews. Oh yay, oy vey. That's all I got. Some fucking freestyle. We should probably wrap this shit up anyway. Now that it's getting time. God, this is yawn. So, you guys like this GS4 Pro? Oh, come on, GS4 Pro. We got here. Look at that. Look at these controllers. They don't even have analog sticks. Those are like, what? There's two D-pads and no analog sticks. There's like, uh, I'm gonna buy a GS4 Pro. All
But
right,
yeah, this was a more low-key episode of BBD than we usually do. We're kind of just riffing.
riffing and raffing. I think I got through the majority of my topics. Let's see, is
Yeah,
there
I only had
any?
2. I had more, but my topics list just didn't save, and it was like, cool, I don't remember any of those.
That's just what happens. So one quick word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proudly sponsored by the new hit FPS MMORPG Warlegs. So Warlegs is a first-person shooter MMORPG strategy game where you get to take control of the battlefield. We have 15 unique heroes, 16 epic heroes, and 41 legendary heroes purchased through our special currency, World War II gold, which can be purchased via credit or debit card. Warlegs is here with a special offer just for listeners of our podcast. Um, so
Just to be clear, I'm not endorsing this.
so if you go to Warlegs right now, you download the app, you download enter our promo code Big Boy Legs 1084, and you will get a pound of free gold, World War II gold, one epic champion, and 10 free arena maps. This game makes no fucking sense. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you to our friends Warlegs who have sponsored this video. We are so proud to have these guys aboard. One more quick word from another sponsor, HBO Home Body Odor. Body odor for the stinky man, baby. Home Body Odor, if you go to their website, enter code BBD485210 at the checkout, you will get 1.5% off your next order of smelly shit-related products to make you smell even worse. Because like I said, you're antisocial, you're sick of people getting in your way, you're sick of strangers trying to talk to you, get stinking. Repel those sons of bitches. Get them out of here. Thank you so much, HBO and Warlegs.
So remember, do not play a Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy thing. Okay? Don't do it. Don't play that fucking game. If you do, you're a piece of fucking shit.
Play the game. I think you should all play the game and just put these.
No, if you play the game, you're literally a piece of shit.
Put
Like,
these crybabies in their place.
which one of the two of us sounds more rational right now? Me, who's telling you you're a piece of shit for enjoying a piece of media, or Cody, who's telling you to enjoy what you enjoy? I really couldn't say, but I'm gonna assume it's me.
I'm telling you right now to find the most controversial thing that is pissing everybody off and just play it because of that. Just find the hot button issue and say, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Kanye West, start tweeting and start defending Kanye West on your Twitter account. Start, talking about how the Holocaust isn't real or whatever.
Kanye West, like, speed ran infamy, not infamy, but just no longer being relevant.
I don't know why. That made me think of like the cover of Infamous, and just Kanye West's face like photoshopped onto the guy. Infamous.
All right, everybody. Now remember, eat your school vegetables.
Remember that stealing is okay.
Also, don't forget to eat your school vegetables.
Yeah, enjoy your prison food in school. Some prisons are actually getting better food than you.
It is the same contractors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Big Boy District Season 2. We hit a lot of targets this week. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode, and we'll see you then.